So the other week, there was a report out that Bernie Sanders' wife, Jane, was under federal investigation. Oh my, for bank fraud. Wow. It's always so sad when, people fuck over those noble institutions like the big banks. They're so noble. So I read the articles about it, and I decided not to cover the story. Now, why would I do that? Well, the story seemed fishy. Basically, they said what happened is she got a loan to expand a college. She was on like a board that made these decisions. She got a loan to expand a college, and the expansion didn't work as well as they planned. That's pretty much it. They say, oh, you lied under the conditions to get the loan from the bank. And they also say, well, Bernie used his influence as a senator to try to pressure the loan to happen. Quite simply put, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. That's not Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, like, using leverage as a politician, he wouldn't even fucking go for the jugular against Hillary. So really, he's going to go for the jugular against anybody? I mean, it's not in his nature to pull the "do you know who I am" card. Like, and again, the subject matter here is a loan to expand a school. Like, what the fuck? Outrageous. Let's say she did. Oh my God, you fudged the facts to try to get a loan to expand a school. What a criminal. Can you believe it? Taking all this money and using it for greedy reasons like educating people. Oh, it's just so stupid. Like, it's the biggest non-scandal of all time. And again, I just simply don't believe it. Like, I don't believe the telling of the story that people came up with because it seems so far-fetched and ridiculous. Well, now, guess what? We learn this. Quote, a new report reveals that headline-grabbing allegations that Jane Sanders, wife of Senator Bernie Sanders, had committed bank fraud came from a second-hand source, the minority leader of the Vermont House of Representatives. According to the Associated Press, Republican lawyer and former Donald Trump campaign leader Brady Toensing accused Sanders of fraud based on information he got secondhand from Republican State Representative Don Turner. The report also noted that Toensing served as the representative in Vermont for Trump's campaign last year and continues to stand by the allegation despite acquiring the information indirectly. Quote, this was not a country store Cracker Barrel rant, Toensing said. Really? Because it sounds like that to me. So let me get this right. You played a game of telephone with Republican jackasses who already hate Bernie Sanders. They presented no evidence. They were talking out of their ass. It made national news, and nobody ever asked them to really back it up. So one Republican who hates Bernie told another Republican who hates Bernie that Bernie's wife, yes, in serious trouble under federal investigation. By the way, how the fuck would you know? How the fuck would you know? How would a random Vermont politician at the state level, how would you know anything about a federal investigation? This appears to be fake news. So, color me shocked that allegations of fraud and corruption against Bernie Sanders and his family are utterly made up in order to try to discredit them. See, you have to break out, tactics like this when you're up against somebody who's principled and who really cares about stuff, because how are you going to take them down a few pegs when, their positions are overwhelmingly popular and they're for the people and they have a track record of fighting for the people? What do? You smear them. You can't win and say, yeah, hey, isn't that crazy? The legislation this guy's for, wanting to give everybody health care, what a dick. So you have to smear him. Can't win like that, so I don't know, Jane Sanders, maybe not, has some weird things going on. I hear she's maybe under investigation for doing a horrendous, selfish thing like expanding a school.